Have you ever found yourself wondering, how much time do I really have left? Especially after 70, that question seems to echo a little louder. Every year feels more precious. And the truth is, your body is already whispering the answer, not in loud alarms, but in small, subtle ways. The problem is, most of us are too busy or too used to discomfort to listen. But what if I told you, your body is constantly sending out signals about how well you're aging and even how long you might live? Today, we're diving into 8 science-backed signs that can help you get a clearer picture of your own longevity. These aren't myths or guesses. They're patterns researchers have observed over decades across people who age gracefully and live vibrant lives well into their 80s, 90s, and beyond. Now, I know that sounds a little heavy, but here's the good news. These signs aren't just about prediction, they're about empowerment. Because once you know what to look for, you can take action. You can make changes, big or small, that add not just years to your life, but life to your years. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you noticed how quickly you walk across a room? Or how well you sleep through the night? How about how strong your handshake feels? Or how easy it is to balance on one foot? Each of these everyday actions holds deeper meaning than we realize. They're not just reflections of aging. They're windows into how well your body is holding up and what areas might need a little more attention and care. So if you're over 70, or if you love someone who is, this video could be one of the most important ones you watch this year. Because this isn't just about getting older, it's about taking control of your time, your health, and your peace of mind. Stick with me to the end. You might recognize something in yourself, something you've been overlooking. And once you see it clearly, you'll be ready to make the kind of small changes that lead to a stronger, healthier future. Let's get started. Let's begin with one of the most surprising and powerful predictors of longevity, your walking speed. It might sound too simple to matter, but research consistently shows that how fast you walk after age 70 is a window into your overall health. In fact, walking speed has been called the 6th vital sign by doctors and aging specialists. Think about it. When your body is moving smoothly, it means your heart, muscles, bones, nervous system, and coordination are all working in harmony. But when your steps become slower, unsteady, or hesitant, it could be a quiet warning sign that something is off. One long-term study even found that people over 70 who walked faster had significantly higher chances of living longer, not just by months, but by years. And it wasn't about running marathons. It was about walking at a steady, confident pace. Have you noticed a change in how you walk recently? Do you feel just a bit more cautious, or do you stop to catch your balance when turning? If so, don't panic. Because here's the hopeful part. Walking speed isn't fixed. You can improve it. Simple habits like taking a daily walk, using light ankle weights, or doing gentle leg and balance exercises can make a huge difference over time. Even walking indoors down a hallway or around the yard counts. The key is consistency, not intensity. And remember, walking isn't just physical, it's emotional too. A strong, steady stride brings confidence, independence, and dignity. It allows you to stay active, visit friends, go to the store, enjoy the outdoors, and live life on your own terms. So next time you take a walk, pay attention to your pace. Your body is speaking to you through every step, and by listening, you can start rewriting the story of your aging, not just as something to endure, but as a chapter to shape with strength and intention. Coming up next, another quiet signal that could reveal more about your future health than any blood test. Stay with me. So we've talked about walking speed, but there's another signal that's even more subtle and just as revealing. It's not how fast you move through the world, but how strongly you can hold on to it. I'm talking about your grip strength. Now, this might sound a little surprising. How much can your hand strength really tell you about your health? Actually, quite a lot. Grip strength is more than just about opening jars or holding grocery bags. It's a simple but powerful indicator of your muscle quality, circulation, and nervous system function. Studies have found that a weaker grip is often one of the first signs of muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia, which can silently set in as we age. And when muscles weaken, it doesn't just affect your hands. It can increase your risk of falls, fractures, and even heart issues. Research shows that lower grip strength is linked to higher mortality rates, even when accounting for other health factors. But here's the hopeful part. You can strengthen your grip at any age. Small, consistent actions make a big difference. You can squeeze a stress ball while watching TV, use simple hand grippers, or even lift light weights during your walk. It doesn't have to be intense, it just has to be regular. And it's not just about physical strength. Holding something firmly, whether it's a handrail, a cup of tea, or the hand of someone you love, connects you to life in a very real human way. So here's a quick check. When was the last time you noticed how firm your handshake felt? Or whether you could easily open a tight jar lid? These little things matter. They speak volumes about how your body is holding up and where it might need a little care. In the next sign, we'll move from the hands to the heart of your body's posture and discover how something as simple as how you sit and stand could be shaping your future health. Stay with me. So far, we've looked at how well you move and how firmly you hold on. Now, let's talk about something that may seem simple, but could quietly reveal the state of your brain, your muscles, and even your future independence. Your balance. More specifically, can you stand on one leg for 10 seconds without holding on to anything? It might sound like a game we played as kids, but for adults over 70, this one small test can tell a powerful story. Good balance means your nervous system is sharp, your muscles are responsive, and your brain is communicating well with your body. But poor balance? That can be an early warning sign of more serious problems, like a higher risk of falls, fractures, and even cognitive decline. Let's be honest, a fall after 70 is rarely just a fall. It can lead to hospital stays, long recovery times, and a real loss of confidence. That's why checking your balance and working to improve it is one of the most important things you can do for your longevity. The good news is, it's never too late to get better at this. You can start small. Try standing on one leg for just a few seconds while brushing your teeth. Walk heel to toe in a straight line across the room. Or try Tai Chi, a gentle movement practice that's been proven to improve balance and lower fall risk in older adults. And remember, balance isn't just physical, it's a metaphor too. In life, as in the body, the ability to stay centered, even when things get shaky, is what helps us move forward with confidence. Up next, let's explore another physical cue that often gets overlooked, but is deeply tied to your brain health and how long you'll stay sharp. Staying balanced isn't just about muscles or movement, it's also about rest. Because when your body lies still at night, that's when the real healing begins. Let's talk about sleep. Not just any sleep, but the kind of deep, refreshing rest that allows your body to recover, your heart to slow down, and your brain to reset. As we age, it's easy to think that poor sleep is just part of getting older. But that's not entirely true. In fact, the quality of your sleep after 70 can be a powerful predictor of how well and how long you'll live. When we sleep well, our brains clean out toxins, our immune system recharges, and our memory stays sharper. But when sleep is shallow or interrupted, the risks grow. Heart problems, high blood pressure, even early cognitive decline have all been linked to chronic insomnia. So, how can we sleep better? It often starts with routine. Going to bed and waking up at the same time each day, even on weekends, helps regulate your internal clock. Avoid screens before bed, TVs, phones, tablets, as the blue light confuses your brain's natural rhythm. Eat light at night, and if you can, get outside in the morning. Natural daylight tells your body it's time to be awake and helps you sleep more soundly later on. Some people also find calm through light stretching, herbal tea, or listening to soothing sounds before bed. Because sleep isn't just rest, it's your body's secret weapon for staying young. Let's talk about memory. And while sleep helps restore the mind at night, food is what fuels the body through the day. But here's a question worth asking. When was the last time you truly felt hungry and truly enjoyed your meal? As we get older, it's easy to overlook subtle changes in appetite. Maybe meals feel more like a task than a pleasure. Maybe flavors just don't excite you like they used to. But these small shifts can carry big meaning. A healthy appetite is more than just enjoying food. It's a sign that your digestive system, brain, and metabolism are working in harmony. When appetite fades or eating becomes irregular, it could point to issues like nutrient deficiency, early cognitive changes, or even depression. And when we eat too little, we start to lose muscle. Our immune system weakens, our weight drops, but not in a healthy way. So what can we do? The key is to choose real, nourishing foods, whole grains, colorful vegetables, healthy fats, and especially enough protein to protect your muscles. Try to eat with others if you can. Sharing a meal can often bring back the joy of eating. And most importantly, keep an eye on unexpected weight loss. If you find your clothes getting looser without trying, it's time to check in with your doctor, because staying well-fed isn't just about nutrition, it's about energy, dignity, and strength. Now, let's move to something that often goes unnoticed, but can quietly shape how long and how well we live: the strength of your social connection. Now, as important as food is for the body, there's something just as vital for the heart and mind: how we handle stress. You see, even if you're eating well and sleeping soundly, chronic stress can quietly undo much of that progress. It doesn't always show up as panic or overwhelm. Sometimes it creeps in as tension in your chest, short tempers, or a constant feeling that something isn't quite right. And over time, unrelieved stress can raise your blood pressure, weaken your immune system, and increase inflammation throughout the body. It's even linked to heart disease, insomnia, and depression. But here's the hopeful part. Stress isn't the enemy, how we respond to it is. People over 70 who live longer, healthier lives often have one thing in common. They've learned how to process pressure without letting it sink them. Some meditate, some pray, others find peace in gardening, walking with a friend, or simply breathing deeply for a few quiet minutes each day. Even watching birds out the window or laughing over old stories with someone you love can be a powerful stress release. Personally, I believe resilience isn't about never feeling anxious. It's about building small daily habits that remind your body and brain: you are safe, you are strong, you've made it this far and you're still going. So, how do you respond when life gets hard? That answer might say more about your longevity than any blood test. Coming up next, let's explore something equally powerful: your social connections, and how they can quietly extend your life in the most human way possible. And while calming your inner world is essential, we can't forget the power of connection with other people. Because sometimes what heals us most isn't just deep breathing or healthy meals. It's being heard, being seen, being cared for. In fact, one of the strongest predictors of longevity, especially after 70, is the quality of your social relationships. Research shows that people who maintain close friendships, stay connected with family, or even engage regularly in social clubs or faith communities tend to live longer and live better. Their risk of depression, memory loss, and even heart disease drops significantly. On the flip side, prolonged loneliness can be just as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Yes, you heard that right. Loneliness can literally shorten your life. But here's the good news. It's never too late to reach out. Start small. Call a grandchild. Join a walking group. Say hello to your neighbor. Even a short, sincere chat with someone once a day can start to rebuild those connections. I've seen it time and again. People light up when they feel like they matter to someone. So ask yourself, who haven't you spoken to in a while that might smile to hear your voice? And coming up next, we'll talk about one final surprising factor that could quietly reveal how well you're aging: your sense of purpose. Because life doesn't stop being meaningful at 70, it just asks new questions. Now, while strong social ties help us feel connected on the outside, what about the world we carry within? Because the final sign we'll explore today is perhaps the most powerful of all, your mental health and your attitude toward life. You see, optimism isn't just positive thinking, it's a survival tool. Studies show that older adults with a hopeful outlook tend to live longer, have stronger immune systems, lower levels of inflammation, and better memory. It makes sense, doesn't it? When you wake up with a reason to smile, to learn, to love, you're more likely to take care of yourself, stay active, and reach out to others. But here's the hard truth. As we age, it's not uncommon to feel a little lost. Maybe you've noticed yourself withdrawing, feeling flat, or just going through the motions. That loss of interest, especially if it lingers, can be a subtle sign your emotional health needs care, just as much as your heart or joints do. So how can we nurture that inner light? Start with small daily habits. Write down one thing you're grateful for each morning. Challenge your brain, read a new book, try a puzzle, or learn something new online. Speak with a counselor or trusted friend if the heaviness doesn't lift. And most of all, remind yourself, it's never too late to find joy again. Because at the end of the day, a long life isn't just about counting years, it's about making the years count. So yes, mental well-being and a positive outlook are deeply powerful. But here's the beautiful truth. None of these signs are set in stone. Maybe you're watching this and thinking, I struggle with balance, or sleep, or staying connected. That's okay. Because most of these signs are not just predictions, they're invitations. Invitations to take action, no matter your age. Science is clear on this. Our future health is not fixed like a number carved into stone. It's shaped, day by day, by the small choices we make now. Are we moving our bodies, even just a little? Are we giving our minds something to look forward to? Are we saying yes to connection, to curiosity, to care? You don't have to be perfect, you just have to begin. So take a moment today to gently check in with yourself. Are you still feeling strong and optimistic? Or are there areas where you've started to slow down, physically, mentally, emotionally? And if so, let that awareness be a gentle nudge, not a judgment. Because the path toward a longer, healthier life is still open, and you're not walking it alone. That's exactly why we created this channel, Elderly Joy Life, to walk this journey with you, to share insights that matter, stories that inspire, and tools that help you live with meaning, strength, and joy at every age. If you found even one sign helpful today, I invite you to subscribe to Elderly Joy Life. Let's keep learning and growing together, because life after 70 isn't about fading away. It's about showing up, heart open, head high, and making every day count.